Next, we are going to deal with intervals. There are 4 types of intervals. The first interval is denoted in square bracket. The second one is denoted in circular bracket. The third one side of circular and the second side rectangular. And the fourth one side rectangular in the reverse way. And the other side will be an open. So this interval is called a closed interval. If I denote AB, this is read as closed interval AB. If I represent A and B here, this interval is denoted or read as open interval AB. Then what will be this case? Here rectangular bracket stands for closed interval, open bracket stands for open interval. So how was this case? Open interval A, closed B. Open A, closed B. And the fourth one, how we will read as closed A, open B. So the 4 type of interval are, first one is, closed interval. Second one is open interval. What about the third one? It is open, closed. And the fourth one which we wrote is closed, open. What makes the difference? If I am taking an example, I want to take an closed interval 1, 5. Okay, so what we have to do is we are drawing a number line. Let it be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. So how many numbers are there between 0 and 1? There are infinitely many numbers, isn't it? If I want to denote a number in between 0 and 1, I can take as 0.5. Okay, if again I want to represent a number, what I should do is I want to take the middle of 0 and 0.5. So likewise, so many numbers, infinitely many numbers are there in between, real numbers are there in between 0 and 1. So this interval represent all the real numbers between 1 and 5 because the end numbers are 1 and 5. So this closed interval represent all the real numbers. Infinitely many real numbers are there. The interval represent all the real numbers between 1 and 5 including 1 and 5. Okay. So closed interval 1, 5 represent all the real numbers between 1 and 5 including 1 and 5. If I want to represent in less than or equal to form, I can write 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 5. X can take the value 1, x can take the value 5. Otherwise, x can be a value between 1 and 5. So closed interval 1, 5 means all the real numbers between 1 and 5 including 1 and 5. So if I am taking the next interval, open interval 1, 5, can you say the difference? There also it will be the same 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here also it remains the same 0, 1, 5. Open interval 1, 5 means all the real numbers, infinitely many are there, all the real numbers between 1 and 5. But 1 is not there and also 5. 1 will not be there, 5 also will not be there. So if it is a closed interval, 1 and 5 are there. If it is an open interval, 1 will not be there. The end numbers will not be there. So the difference between these two sets are only in 2 numbers, just 2 numbers. Which are those numbers extra in closed interval 1, 5, 1 and 5 compared to open interval 1, 5. Again, if I take open closed 1, 5, then can you say what will be the numbers? There also we have to take all the real numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the real numbers between 1 and 5. What happens? 1 is with the open bracket and 5 is with the closed bracket. So 1 is not there but 5 is there. Clear? Closed interval 1, 5 means all the real numbers between 1 and 5 including 1 and 5. Open interval 1, 5 means all the real numbers between 1 and 5 but 1 is not there, 5 is also not there. Again, open closed 1, 5 means all the real numbers between 1 and 5, 1 is not there, 5 is there. And the last one, closed open 1, 5. Then can you guess what will be closed open 1, 5? Again, we have to take the real numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, we have to take all the real numbers between 1 and 5. 1 is included, 5 is not included. Okay, 1 is there, 5 is not there. 1 and 5 closed open. 1 5 means all the real numbers, all the infinitely many real numbers in between 1 and 5, including 1 and excluding 5. So what makes the difference between this set and this set? How many elements difference will be there? There will be only one element different. Why? Because here 5 is not there, here 5 is there. Okay, what makes the difference between these two element sets? Number of elements will remain the same, but elements will be different. Here 5 is there, here 5 is not there, but here 1 is there, here 1 is not there. So these are the 4 intervals. Closed interval 1 5 means all the real numbers between 1 and 5, including 1 and 5. Open interval 1 5 means all the numbers, all the real numbers between 1 and 5, excluding 1 and 5. 1 and 5 are not included. Open closed 1 5 means all the real numbers between 1 and 5, excluding 1 but including 5. Again, closed open 1 5 means all the real numbers between 1 and 5, excluding 5 and including 1. So these are the 4 types of intervals.